Hey everyone, it's the interview queen, Alicia Atout here, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you all to my interview with Simone from Epica. Welcome back.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. How are you doing? How are you holding up over there?
Hanging in there. Yeah, that's what you can say. I mean, we're all still healthy, but the virus is getting a little bit on our nerves.
Yeah, I feel like everyone at this point is feeling that for sure. But one of the things about this
Mm.
pandemic that I know some people have been viewing as somewhat of a silver lining is the fact that we've really had to strip back and just focus on the important things from day to day. So, how has some of that rare downtime been spent for you, especially since because of the lack of touring right now?
Yeah, I'm just having like a family routine. Our son is being homeschooled, so since shortly before Christmas, we've had a couple of months for homeschooling in spring last year, and yeah, now it's a carnival holiday coming up. So homeschooling, like the beginning of the day, and then it's playtime after that. And in between, I am cooking and cleaning and doing interviews. So that's a little bit my everyday.
Right. Well, it's such an exciting time to be a part of the band and to be a fan of the band right now because very, very soon from now, you'll be releasing your eighth record, Omega. So, do you still get any nerves when sharing a new record, especially with how much effort you guys put into these albums?
Yeah, with each album, we like to challenge ourselves to become better. And each record is also a little bit like how do you say moment in time for us, how we feel, how we our view of the world is, how we are as musicians, as human beings, and that's all recorded in the music as well. So we just try to do our best and improve wherever we can. And before the writing of Omega, we had a sabbatical. We didn't have any tour, so we could recharge our batteries, and we were fully motivated and yeah, energized to start working on a new album again.
It's fun because you can really hear the energy on the track. Something I've always enjoyed about your albums is just how cinematic and beautiful the songs can be. They'd be absolutely perfect in so many different adventure or fantasy movies. So, if you could kind of have your music featured in any film or show, is there one in specific you would love to collaborate with or hear your music in?
I think that Omega really does have potential of being like a movie score, especially songs like Code of Life, Kingdom of Heaven. They have that cinematic touch to it. So anything, um, it can be anything. I guess I instantly think about Gladiator or Prince of Egypt or the Mummy with the Oriental touch to it. Um, or a Hollywood blockbuster. I don't know, action movie. It can be anything.
It's cool because it can fit into so many different avenues, which kind of leaves the door open wide. But you've released a couple of songs just to give fans a taste of what to expect from the album. And your vocals, especially on certain ballads, they just soar. It's absolutely gorgeous, this voice that you have. So, when did you kind of realize that you had something really different and you wanted to just share it with everyone? Was there kind of a moment where you were like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to do this?
Well, there was a specific moment when I was 12 years old, and my music teacher in primary school told me that I had a special voice and then I should explore it and maybe get singing lessons and do something about it. So she gave me that little push, that push of confidence, so to speak. When you're that age, you're very insecure and unsure what to do with your life. You're still a preteen, and that I guess I'm very thankful for her for giving me that push, because if not, I might have not ended up in music.
Right.
I always loved music. I love to sing. But like every other young girl out there, I was very shy in the beginning, and it's great. I just know that like a simple sentence, can change somebody's whole life. That's why I also try to positively like encourage other people as well, because I know the impact of it.
Well, unfortunately, we had briefly mentioned it, but concerts have been on hold for quite some time. So, if you could kind of fill that live show void, because you're probably not just missing it from actually performing, but also attending one. So, who would you love to see this very moment?
I was lucky that last year in February I got to see Till Lindemann from Rammstein with his solo project. That
Awesome.
was the last concert I attended, and I was supposed to go see Rammstein play live where I live in Germany. That was then in June, and I was so excited for that. We played with Rammstein a couple of times, but that was unfortunately also rescheduled. So yeah, I really wanted to see the Rammstein stadium show.
Yeah, they're one of those bands at the top of my list because I can only imagine the energy and just how crazy people would be in that crowd. So definitely a good
Yeah,
one.
that's an experience. I mean, we played with them at some festivals, but at the festival they have some restrictions, and those stadium shows where it's going shooting up in the sky,
Yeah.
the pyrotechnics. It's a wild ride.
Well, we all know that you love music, but you also adore everything from beauty to fashion and food. You, of course, have your blog about all of those things. So I just wanted to end the interview with 3 quick-fire questions that have to do with each of these loves of yours. So the first one would be, what's one beauty trend that you find kind of funny or something that you would probably never try on yourself?
Um, like using lip injections. I think that's
Okay.
getting a little bit out of hand. Uh, with some, sometimes it's nicely done. Sometimes it just looks like you've been hit in the face and you have this big duck lips.
Yeah.
I think, everybody is entitled to do to their body whatever they want to, but I often find it a shame that so many young girls are trying to morph into a certain stereotype that everybody starts looking like each other. And I think being unique and being one of a kind is actually something really beautiful.
Absolutely. For the next one, definitely taps into the fashion aspect. So, what's your most sentimental or favorite item of clothing that you own?
Uh, I am not that emotionally attached to clothes or things in general. For me, it's already enough if I have a photo of that. So I did recently discover a box in my in my basement with some old stage clothes and like really old stuff, and I thought, wow, that was memories came back up, but I could
Right.
easily get rid of the clothes. I wouldn't miss it. I'm not so attached to the clothing, but I did find a corset, like a black leather corset with the red flames on it, and it's a very iconic outfit of mine. So I don't know if I could get rid of it, or maybe I will sell it, or I don't know.
It's nice when you have those little trips down memory lane that remind you of these different
Mhm.
moments. But the last one that I wanted to ask about happens to be food, another passion of yours. So, what's a meal that you crave often when you are on the road? Is there anything that you ever want that's like home cooked or something you really miss and can't get to frequently?
Well, I do know in each country where you can get like good desserts, or I love ice cream, and whenever I'm in America, I like to get like mint chocolate chip. And there is this donut shop called Voodoo Donut. So if I can, sorry, I will definitely travel an hour just to get some donuts over there.
I like the mentality. I feel like most people would do that for donuts. But
They are really the best donuts.
I haven't tried them yet, but whenever you talk about donuts in general, they always mention voodoo. So it's something I want to
Yes.
try one day.
Mm.
But I really do
Or
want to say,
just get the plain one. Don't get the fancy one with bacon and
okay.
maple syrup. Just plain with powdered sugar. That's the best. It's the dough that is super nice.
Okay, I definitely appreciate your input. I'll keep it in mind. Can't promise that I won't splurge on something else.
No, you do whatever you feel like.
But I do want to say thank you so much for taking the time to catch up and come back on the show. It's been a pleasure, and I'm really glad to hear that you're doing well over there.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. To everyone watching, this has been Simone from Epica. Be sure to check out aliciatout.com, not only for our previous conversations, but more interviews and features. And we will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.